What's up, guys? Today we're going to be grilling up some chicken. Now, this item is actually on my catering menu. In the next series of videos, I'm going to be making my entire catering menu. That way you guys can check it out, and that way you can kind of see some of the flavors that I throw in some of these recipes. Now, the star of this recipe is my adobo seasoning. I made a short, really 1-minute clip on how to make this seasoning. This seasoning runs most of my recipes on my catering business.
For the chicken quarters, I like to trim them myself. I want to make sure that I have skin covering the whole thigh area. Sometimes you'll get them where the skin is actually cut and it's lifted a little bit. You can actually stretch the skin to actually cover the whole chicken quarter. Now on the back side of the chicken quarter, we will season well with our adobo seasoning. We'll flip it over and we'll lift up the skin of the chicken quarter, pull it back so that way you can expose the meat of the chicken and season well right there. And then we'll also be seasoning the skin. Once we're done seasoning, I like to let the chicken quarters sit on a grate for about 20 minutes before I do anything else with it.
Alright, so for the next step, we got our chicken already all seasoned up. Now we're going to need a half of an orange and about 2 lime. I'm used to doing this in big batches, usually about 100 chicken quarters, but this is a small batch, so we'll get through it quick.
Place the chicken in a Ziploc bag, and we're going to be adding in the juice of the lime and the orange juice. I like to do this about 4 hours prior. Now, once I get all the chicken in there, I like to try to get most of the air out of the bag. Now all you got to do is seal it up and make sure that the chicken is touching the bottom of the bag. Now what I like to do is I like to flip every 30 minutes for that 4-hour marinade time. And make sure that the juices can reach the bottom. So we're going to put this in the fridge and we're going to let it sit in the fridge for 4 hours, and we're going to be rotating every 30 minutes.
All right, so for the charcoal that I use for this type of cooking, Mesquite lump. Now, northern parts of Baja and Sonora, it's pretty dominant to have mesquite. So when you go to like the restaurants out there, they're using nothing but mesquite lump. This brand right here, I can usually get it at Food for Less. They actually sell a 40-pound bag for like 15 bucks. Really awesome charcoal. Let's go ahead and dump it in our grill. Now we want to spread this around evenly. Add a couple chunks just so they can start getting lit, kind of along the outside of the grill. That way we can have heat all along the sides. That way we can get some even cooking. All right, now let's go ahead and get our chicken on there. So we're pretty hot here, so I'll probably raise it just maybe one more there. About right there. We'll let that go for a few minutes and then we'll see how it's going. And then we'll adjust it as we need to. All right, so I raised it up a little bit because it is really hot right now. So I mean, I can hover my hand over it and it feels hot. So I don't want that skin to burn. I want to get it nice and perfect. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. We're gonna check how the skin is looking. It's looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna just rotate it. See how this one is? Looking good, so we're at a nice level. Like I said, this fire is hot. I'm gonna let this go for a few more minutes on this side. It's all looking good. Okay. Getting a nice color. Releasing some of its juices. So I'm gonna let it go for another couple minutes on this side. And just monitor your skin. You don't want that to burn. We're getting some good color on there. I don't want a messed up skin. That's like the money shot right there when you guys, this sells the chicken. So got it up higher to kind of protect it. So we're gonna just let it do its thing. Once I flip it, then I'll start checking for temperatures. All right, let's go ahead and check on our chicken. As you see, juices are going like crazy. All right, so skin's not burnt. That's what I'm looking like. That's how I want it. That's how I love it. So we'll go ahead and bring it on this other end. Now it's about 15 minutes on the skin side. So we're going to go ahead and finish it off on this other side. We'll start checking temperatures. Now that our charcoal is actually dying down a bit, we can actually lower our grate. It's not so hot. You Don't want to bring it down too low either. Right about there. You can feel it. I don't know what the degree is. I always cook by touch. Now, chicken is cooked at 165 degrees. What I notice, what people like, you know, I don't like people saying that my food's undercooked, right? So these are about 155 right now. Once they hit 165, we all know that chicken is cooked, but so I don't want people saying that it's undercooked. So what I like to do is I cook it to about 180 to 185 degrees. That way the chicken, every piece of the meat is fully cooked and white through. That way it ain't got no pink spots, especially when I sell smoked chicken. You know, people complain that, that it's undercooked, but they just don't know that that's the smoke ring. This one's a little bit lower. Trying to get this more over the coals. So we're gonna let it do its thing. Some of them are temping pretty close. I'm gonna bring these to about 180 degrees, between 180 and 85, and we'll go from there. So with a little bit of adding a little bit more charcoal and a couple more flips, we're about 170-ish on this one. I know we're still behind on this middle one. That's the biggest one out of all of them. This one's temping at about 175 degrees. I think I hit bone on that one. Yeah, 175 there. I know this one's fully cooked. 184, 185. This one's ready to get full. These are pretty much done. The ones that are on the outside, I did a little rotation because I know this one's about 15 degrees behind. But that one is a bit bigger chicken, so I'm actually gonna remove these and I'm gonna let this one keep going. I'll actually just wrap this up and I'll see you guys inside for the taste test. Look at that skin right there. This thing's leaking juices like crazy. It smells wonderful. Let's go ahead and try it out. Just fall apart, look at that. Fully cooked chicken. Right on the money. Still juicy. The meat is real flavorful. That's some good stuff. There, just fall off the bone. Look at that. Man, let me tell you, that is amazing. If you're new to my channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. That way you can see future videos just like this. In the description, I'll leave the recipe for that adobo seasoning. It is really awesome. Or you can check out this video that'll be coming up in this corner here soon. I have these recipes. They're really good. You should try them out. Now, y'all be beautiful and take care.